What if I told you that some of the most common OCD compulsions are completely invisible? No hand washing, no light switch flipping, no counting tiles on the floor, just thoughts, loops, mental rituals you've been running since childhood and never knew had a name. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to walk you through 20 hidden compulsions. The ones nobody talks about, the ones that show up in your relationships, your conversations, your scroll through your own memory at 3 a.m. If even one of these feels familiar, save this video. You're not broken. You just finally have language for what's been happening. Let's start. Quick context. OCD has two parts: obsessions, which are intrusive thoughts, and compulsions, which are things you do to make the thoughts go away. Most people only know the visible compulsions, the hand washing, the checking, the lining things up. But research from the International OCD Foundation estimates that more than 60% of OCD compulsions are mental, completely invisible to anyone outside your own head. That's where most people miss their own diagnosis for years, sometimes decades. We're going to fix that today. 20 hidden compulsions. Some you'll know, most you won't. By the end of this video, you'll have language for things you've been doing on autopilot your entire life. Number 1. Mental reviewing. This is when you replay a conversation, a moment, or an interaction in your mind over and over, checking for what you might have done wrong. The trigger could be a casual chat at work, a text you sent, a laugh that landed weird. Then your brain hits replay and replay and replay for hours, sometimes days. It feels like you're being thorough, like you're problem solving, but you're not. You're performing a compulsion. The review never gives you certainty. It just gives you another loop to run. Number 2, reassurance seeking. Are you sure you're not mad at me? You'd tell me if I did something wrong, right? Do you really love me? If you've asked the same question 17 different ways looking for the right answer, that's a compulsion. And here's the cruelest part. The relief never lasts. Within hours, sometimes minutes, the doubt is back. Stronger, hungrier. Reassurance feeds the loop, it doesn't break it. Number 3, compulsive confessing. You said something off. You had a thought you didn't like. You looked at someone for a second too long. So you confess to your partner, your friend, your therapist, anyone who'll listen. It feels like honesty, like virtue. It's not. It's a ritual. Your brain has convinced you that telling someone will neutralize the thought. It won't. Confessing makes the thought feel more real, not less. Number 4, mental checking. Did I lock the door? Did I turn off the stove? Did I really click send? You know you did. You watched yourself do it, but your brain demands you recheck the memory, and recheck it, and recheck it. The check itself is the compulsion, not because you don't trust your hands, but because OCD won't let you trust your mind. Number 5, rumination. This one wears the disguise of self-reflection. You think you're processing, you think you're figuring it out, you think you're working through your feelings. But you've been replaying the same 5 thoughts for 3 hours and you haven't gotten any closer to peace. That's not introspection, that's a compulsion. Real reflection ends, rumination doesn't. Number 6, compulsive researching. You feel a weird sensation in your chest? You Google it. You read 7 articles, you read the WebMD page, you read the Reddit thread, you read the comment section. You feel informed for about 20 minutes. Then a different sensation appears. And you research that, and then you're up at 2 a.m. reading about an incredibly rare disease that has 47 known cases worldwide. You're not researching, you're performing a ritual. Number 7, avoidance. You stop driving over a certain bridge. You avoid certain words. You don't read certain books. You won't watch certain movies. You tell yourself you just don't like them. But the truth is, your brain associated those things with intrusive thoughts, and now you're rearranging your entire life to avoid the trigger. Avoidance feels like control. It's actually the longest-lasting compulsion you'll ever build. Number 8, magical thinking. If I don't think about it, it won't happen. If I knock on wood, my partner will be safe. If I avoid that number, today will go well. It sounds superstitious. It feels involuntary. It's a compulsion. Your brain has connected 2 unrelated things and demanded a ritual to keep the world running. The ritual changes, the desperation doesn't. Number 9, mental imagery replacement. A bad image flashes through your head, so you immediately summon a good image to replace it. A loved one safe, a peaceful scene, something neutralizing. It feels like coping, like emotional hygiene. It's a compulsion. You've taught your brain that bad images are dangerous and need to be neutralized. So your brain keeps generating them because that's what gives you something to neutralize. Number 10, compulsive apologizing. Sorry, sorry, sorry. You said something neutral. You bumped into a chair. You took 4 seconds to respond to a text. So you apologize. Then you apologize for the apology. Then you check if the person is actually upset. Then you apologize again, just in case. It's not politeness, it's a compulsion. Number 11, body checking. You feel a sensation, so you check it. A heartbeat, a swallow, a breath. You start counting your heartbeats. You start noticing your breathing. You can't unfeel it now. This is hyperawareness OCD, also called sensory motor OCD, and the more you check, the more your brain decides this must be important. Number 12, rereading or redoing. You read the same paragraph 3 times, not because it was unclear, because it didn't feel right the first time. You rewrite the email. You resend the text. You re-record the voice memo. The redo never feels final. There's always a way it could have been better. Number 13, compulsive praying. This shows up in religious OCD, also called scrupulosity. You pray to neutralize a bad thought. You pray to ensure forgiveness. You pray because you're worried you didn't pray correctly. The prayer becomes a ritual instead of a connection. The peace it brings lasts about 10 minutes. Number 14, just right compulsions. You walk through a doorway. It didn't feel right. So you walk back through it. You set down your phone. The angle was off. You adjust it. Then again, then again. There's no logical reason. The compulsion isn't to prevent something bad. It's to make the wrongness feeling go away. Number 15, mental counting. You count steps. You count breaths. You count words and sentences. You add up license plate numbers. It's not because you like math. It's because counting feels organized. And OCD craves the illusion of order. Number 16, symmetry rituals. You touch the left side. Now you have to touch the right. You crossed your legs left over right. Now you have to do right over left. It feels like it's about aesthetics. It's not. It's about the unbearable wrongness of asymmetry when OCD activates. Number 17, compulsive comparing. This shows up in relationship OCD. Did I look at that other person too long? Do I love my partner as much as my last partner? Am I attracted to them the way I should be? You compare. You compare again. You compare to memories. You compare to fictional characters. You compare endlessly. Comparison is the compulsion. Certainty is the carrot you'll never reach. Number 18, memory hoarding. You can't let go of certain memories. A conversation from middle school, a look someone gave you in 2014, a text you sent in college. You replay them, examine them, catalog them, worry you've forgotten something important. This isn't nostalgia. This is OCD demanding total recall as a compulsion. Number 19, self-punishment rituals. You had a bad thought, so you withhold something from yourself: food, sleep, pleasure. It feels like accountability, like discipline. It's a compulsion. The thought wasn't a sin. The punishment doesn't make you a better person. It just teaches your brain that intrusive thoughts are dangerous and require atonement. Number 20, meta-avoidance. This is the final boss. You start avoiding things that might trigger the intrusive thoughts. You don't watch the news. You don't drive past the school. You don't talk to the friend who reminds you of the time you had the thought. Your world gets smaller. Your life gets quieter. And OCD calls that safety. If you recognized yourself in even 3 of those, you're not crazy. You're not broken. You're not alone. You have something with a name, something with research behind it, something thousands of people are quietly living with right now and getting better from. The treatment for this exact pattern is called ERP, Exposure and Response Prevention. It's the gold standard. It's not talk therapy. It's not CBT in the traditional sense. It's specifically designed for OCD compulsions, both visible and hidden. If anything in this video felt like recognition, not curiosity, but recognition, please look up the International OCD Foundation. It's iocdf.org. They have a free directory of ERP-trained specialists. You don't have to keep performing rituals nobody sees. You don't have to keep apologizing for thoughts you didn't ask for. You don't have to keep reviewing every conversation you've ever had. There's a way out of the loop. It exists. It works. Save this video for the next time the loop kicks in. Send it to someone you love who you think might need it. Subscribe if you want more content like this. I'm building a full reference library for understanding OCD, and a lot more is coming. Take care of yourself. The trigger is loud, but it's lying.